Home buyers, there is an aspect of your inspection period that if you neglect it, it could cost you thousands of dollars and cause serious buyer's remorse. I'm Natalie Bratton with RE/MAX First. Stick around and I will share with you what you need to know. Hi everybody, I'm Natalie Bratton with RE/MAX First in Oklahoma City, and on this channel I talk about living in Oklahoma and I talk about real estate. So if you are considering moving to Oklahoma, you have found the right channel and I am the one who can help you with your move. Okay, so inspection periods. This is an important part of your contract, and there is actually a piece of your inspection period that often gets neglected. Let me tell you about the inspection period. In that time, you're going to have a general inspection and a termite inspection, and you may have other mechanical things looked at as well. If the house is on a well or a septic system, you can have all of those things looked at and inspected. That's the typical part you know about with an inspection. The second thing is you want to look at the covenants and restrictions of the neighborhood or zoning laws, depending on what kind of property you're buying. But let's talk about part 3. Part 3 is your home insurance policy. Historically, clients will wait until after the inspection period and get everything else squared away first and then go shop for insurance. Well, in today's market, that's not a good idea. Your insurance policy could make or break this deal for you. So insurance premiums in Oklahoma have always been high, but over the last 5 years, insurance companies have paid out billions and billions of dollars in insurance claims, and the price of making those home repairs has gone up so dramatically that these companies have lost money and they're upside down. So all that being said, you could call insurance companies for quotes on your premium and get astronomical amounts that would break this deal for you. So I'm not trying to scare you, but I want to tell you, don't neglect going and finding an insurance policy right off the bat once you find your home. So in the past, maybe you just called 1 or 2 companies for quotes. It may take a bit more time. You may end up calling 5 or 6 companies for quotes, and you're going to have a wide array of policy amounts and premiums. So let me give you a few tips when shopping for insurance so that you get the policy that's best for you. Okay, number 1, definitely have a lineup of 5 or 6 different people to call. Don't just take the first policy and go with it. There are certain numbers and certain line items you need to look at. The first one is total replacement cost. If your house burned down, how much would it cost to rebuild your house like it is? Make sure that that number is high enough that if the worst happens, your house gets rebuilt. Now, what a lot of people don't know is there are 2 deductibles. You have all perils and you have wind and hail. Typically for all perils, you're getting total replacement at a 1% deductible. That's standard, that's good. Where it gets tricky is wind and hail. Most companies these days are trying to give you a 3% or a 5% deductible for wind and hail. That is replacing your roof. Here in Oklahoma, it is a guarantee that you are going to have to replace your roof. So get a 1% deductible there and total replacement cost. So what that means is if you get hail damage to your roof, let's say you have a $25,000 roof, then you're going to have a 1% deductible, which may be $5,000 if you have a $500,000 house. So the idea is you're out $5,000 and then the rest of the roof gets covered by insurance. So after deductible, the next thing you want to look at is making sure it's total replacement cost instead of actual cash value or depreciated cost. What that means, depreciated cost, is they take the age of your roof, they take the quality of it, and then they give a deduction based on how old it is, and they give you a portion of the cost. The worst would be if you had a 3% deductible and depreciated cost, you're hardly going to get anything for your roof. So if you have to get depreciated cost or actual cash value, make sure you have a 1% deductible. Or if you're going to do a 3% deductible, make sure that you get total replacement cost. Because if you have the both, then you're in trouble. So to sum it all up, in your inspection period, do not neglect shopping for insurance. Don't assume that it's going to be easy. And definitely send me a copy of your estimate so that I can look it over and just make sure you're getting the best deal you can. Okay, come back next week and let's talk more about real estate. Maybe go check out this new bakery I found and talk about Oklahoma and maybe the weather. Subscribe to my channel if you are planning a move to Oklahoma so that you don't miss any of my updates. See you next time.